Oscar, is it too bullish to think Tesla can take more market share? Not financial advice, as always. I think the Gen 3 compact car with autonomy hardware will take more market share than the Model Y and the Model 3 did in their own respective classes, in my opinion. I'll just say that. My opinion. I don't know. And I can tell you why. Should I tell you why? I should probably tell you why. When you have a cost per mile with a electric vehicle that's $25,000 with the EV tax credit in the United States, that gets a lease payment with zero down at 6% interest ish of $250 a month. Just a lease with zero down. You can get a brand new Tesla lease for $250 a month. If Tesla were to offer its own Tesla insurance on top of that in regions where they can and bundle it with the car and add that same thing they did in Texas, which is $30 a month for unlimited charging at night from your house, like basically like a charging plan. And you add on top of that, say, a maintenance or warranty bundle with that car that gets it to, I don't know, say it's you pay $50 a month or whatever that number is to just basically like Apple Pay, like not Apple Pay, like Apple Care, but you do Tesla Care for your car. Basically anything that happens to the car, we got it. Even include tires in there if you want. The net all-in price for that Tesla would be like $400 a month. And then that will come with autonomous hardware where you already can have access to a car significantly better than anything else in its class at $400 a month, all in, like every single cost you could ever think of with your car is all included. And then at any point, you can turn on the full self-driving stack that says, yeah, for this month, I want to use full self-driving. You pay, I don't know, $200 a month or whatever additional. And then you have just entered into the most luxurious type of driving, which is not driving in a thing that has the best entertainment offering of any vehicle ever with that screen and the sound system and the interface and everything and the connectivity. You have now entered that state of the art experience for $400 a month all in. Why wouldn't you take that deal? My opinion. Y'all tell me if I'm thinking about this incorrectly. I actually I have a lot of conviction about this thesis. It just feels like a complete no-brainer, and Tesla will be able to do that profitably, at least in the United States and really everywhere else. Just kick it up a little bit because of the lack of EV tax credit. You know, maybe an additional $100 a month or something. No other car maker offers that, and the amount of value you get for that money is completely insane. And Tesla will do it at a profit, like at a profit higher than any other automaker. They'll have the lowest cost per mile with a profit margin that's higher than anyone else. How do you not take more market share than you are now when you have that formula, right? And then extrapolate that out to 2030 and then see if competition will follow them along to that point. What competitor that exists will have the scale, the knowledge, the expertise, the talent, the supply chain, the raw materials secured, the vertical integration, the in-house insurance, and the ability to offer a car that will barely break and offer your own plans because you have all the data you need to make it as profitable as possible for you. What other thing exists that will be able to do that by 2030? I don't see it. And so when they say 20 million cars per year production, there will obviously be demand for it because of that formula I just outlined. Tell me if I'm a moron. I would love to hear. Anyway, I'm as you can see, I'm quite passionate about it because I think it's a no-brainer. If I'm a regular person, I don't know why I don't do that, in my opinion. Eric, question: what are your thoughts on the first use case for Tesla bots? Some theories are thinking Model S X production support. Yeah, I do think the first use case for a Tesla bot will be in the factory in some shape or form. You know, just carrying freight from one part of the warehouse and or factory to another, or maybe they'll use it in the distribution network for parts distribution for service centers and body shops and stuff. So I could see that being the first use case. Yeah, and I don't think it's there yet. Yeah, I don't think it's there yet. I saw the video. I saw parts of the video with Scott, I believe he was on Dr. Know-it-all's channel, or was it on Herbert's channel? I believe it was Herbert's channel, where I think there's a hypothesis, and you can hear my dogs, they've seen that channel, that video as well. They have a hypothesis that the Tesla bot is already being used. I don't think so, because if the Tesla bot makes one mistake in a factory environment when it's not being fully supervised 24/7, I think it will cause a situation where the line could go down, and the last thing you want in manufacturing is your line going down. And I don't think that Tesla bot is there yet. So, my opinion, I could be wrong, but soon enough. Jaybird, the biggest barrier, barrier, Super GT, shout out. The biggest barrier to EV adoption going forward will simply be knowledge. The general public is not as knowledgeable, so many simply won't know what they're missing. Yeah, for sure. Until, like GPT-4 style, everybody's like, dude, did you know you can download the Tesla app and hail a car and we can go downtown for like $10 versus paying $60 for Uber? Let's do it. That will be the moment that it turns over. It's sort of that. I think Tesla is at the point now, or it's getting to the point where they're no longer going to attract a customer base because of prestige or how cool it is. It's going to be a no-brainer decision based on the economics of that technology. And I don't think a lot of people are grasping that. For this decade, that's going to become Tesla's greatest strength versus any other competing product. It's going to be that formula. How much money am I paying to get what I need from this product? And because of Tesla's scale and their supply chain, they are in a prime position to capitalize on that. As everyone else has had to increase their prices to keep profit margins for the last 5 years, Tesla is going to be lowering their prices and retaining the same profit margin and potentially even increase it because of the software side. And they have the scale. They have the scale to do 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 8 million, 10 million, 20 million. They will have that scale moving forward. With the Mexico purchase, you think about the land area that they've purchased so far and extrapolate that out to how many units they could produce on that land. Fremont is 650,000 units right now. Shanghai has enough land for 2 million. They're at 1 now. They're expanding it to 2 million. Berlin is at 500,000, expanding it to 1 million. So that's 3.5 million. Austin is on 1,700 acres, will be 1 million at the current one, significantly more than 1 million, say 2 million once that's fully built out. So that's 5.5 million. You put Mexico, which is going to be at least 2 million based on the footprint of it, same as Austin, that's 7.5 million. Tom Zhu said they'll be building a parallel factory with Mexico that will be about the same size ish. That's another 2 million. That's 9.5 million. So Tesla has already secured the land area for 9.5 million cars. Of course, have to put the freaking factories on that land area, but it's secured. They have it. Like, yo, we're here. If we wanted to build the thing to get to 9.5 million, 10 million units per year, we will. And that, of course, takes time. And we can argue, will it take 2 million, 2 years? Will it take 5 years? That doesn't really matter to me so much as when have you secured the land area and the factory to be able to get the 20 million units per year? And there's no one else even close. Tesla has already secured enough land area for factories that will mirror the same production capacity than the largest automakers today, right now, in Volkswagen and Toyota and GM to an extent. These guys are doing 10 million a year. Tesla has already essentially secured that land to get to those levels. They have to expand and they have to build the factories on top of it, but that's already secure. So it's already part of the plan. Like, they're actively working towards that. So they're already at 10 million. They have 7 years to get to 20 million. That's how I think about it. And that scale is going to allow them to get that cost super low. So